So, Conquest was born thousands of years ago on the warlike planet of Viltrum, a world ruled by a brutal ideology that valued strength, dominance, and ruthless efficiency. From an early age, he was raised in a society that weeded out the weak through violence, ensuring only the strongest Viltrumites survived. This culture of ruthless conquest and expansion hardened his heart and instilled in him an unshakable loyalty to the Viltrumite Empire. It is likely that, even as a young warrior, he proved himself to be exceptionally capable in battle, standing out among his peers as a relentless and unstoppable force. As he grew, Conquest became one of the Empire's most feared and effective warriors, surviving countless battles and proving his unwavering loyalty to the cause. He played a significant role in the infamous Viltrumite Civil War, a brutal conflict that saw the death of half the Viltrumite population after their emperor was murdered by a traitor. The war was ignited by Phaedus, a Viltrumite who betrayed his own people after realizing the Empire's horrific tyranny. Conquest fought fiercely to uphold the Empire's reign, slaughtering those who opposed Viltrumite rule. His actions during this war further cemented his reputation as one of the most reliable enforcers of the Grand Regent Thrag, the supreme ruler of the Viltrumites. Under Thrag's rule, Conquest was assigned numerous missions, each more challenging than the last, but he never failed. Whether it was eradicating rebellious civilizations, bringing planets to their knees, or eliminating threats to Viltrum's expansion, Conquest always completed his objectives, regardless of the cost. His unwavering dedication made him one of Thrag's most trusted warriors, and he became a symbol of what it meant to be a true Viltrumite. Even though Conquest was one of the strongest warriors of the Empire, and was loyal as well, he feared Thrag, and used to get intimidated in his presence. Nevertheless, despite their overwhelming strength, the Viltrumites were not invincible. Their enemies, determined to find a way to weaken them, eventually engineered a devastating biological weapon, the Scourge virus. This virus was created using the DNA of Phaedus, the very traitor who had slain Emperor Argol. The virus spread rapidly through the Viltrumite population, proving to be their most formidable threat yet. Over the course of several centuries, the Scourge virus killed off Viltrumites by the thousands, reducing their once mighty empire to a fraction of its former strength. Conquest was among the few who survived, but even he was not left unscathed, as the virus temporarily weakened him, leaving him vulnerable at a crucial moment. During this time of weakness, Conquest was sent on a mission where he encountered the Ragnars, some of the most fearsome creatures in the galaxy. These monstrous beasts were one of the few known species capable of seriously harming Viltrumites. Originating from a planet with extreme gravity, the Ragnarars had evolved immense strength, durability, and agility, making them more than capable of taking on even the most powerful Viltrumite warriors. While on this mission, Conquest suffered one of the most significant defeats of his long life. His right arm was torn off, and his right eye was severely scarred and blinded by a Ragnar's brutal attack. Despite this grievous injury, Conquest survived the encounter, a testament to his sheer willpower and battle experience. Following this near-death experience, Conquest's right arm was replaced with a powerful prosthetic, allowing him to continue serving the Empire. By the time the Scourge virus had run its course, the once massive Viltrumite population had been reduced to only a few dozen. Realizing that their traditional methods of conquest were no longer sustainable, the remaining Viltrumite leaders, now under the rule of Grand Regent Thrag, devised a new strategy. Instead of deploying massive fleets and overwhelming civilizations through sheer force, they would now send a single Viltrumite to a planet. This lone agent would gradually weaken the planet's defenses, integrate into its society, and ultimately prepare it for assimilation. This method proved highly effective, and Conquest was among the best at executing it. Conquest thrived in this new era of warfare, becoming the most successful infiltrator in the Empire's history. He was sent to countless planets, where he systematically broke the will of entire civilizations, crushing their leaders and ensuring their submission to Viltrum. it is strongly implied that, during this period, Conquest committed innumerable atrocities, wiping out entire populations and reveling in the destruction he caused. According to Nolan Grayson, Conquest eventually lost any semblance of rationality, transforming into a bloodthirsty warrior who no longer fought for the Empire, but for the sheer thrill of battle. He became obsessed with destruction, seeking out the strongest enemies he could find, simply for the pleasure of crushing them beneath his power. His growing instability did not go unnoticed. Despite his effectiveness, Conquest's increasing bloodlust and reckless disregard for strategy made him a dangerous liability. However, the Viltrumite Empire still had use for him. When Omni-Man was captured by the Viltrumites and his son, Invincible, was selected as Earth's new enforcer, the Empire realized that Invincible was not going to comply. They understood that he would resist their takeover, making Earth a more complicated conquest than anticipated. To ensure a swift and decisive victory, the Grand Regent Thrag made a critical decision. He sent Conquest to Earth. Unlike other Viltrumites who might have attempted subtlety or manipulation, Conquest was given a different directive. His task was simple: break Invincible, crush Earth's resistance, and secure the planet for the Viltrumite Empire in one decisive strike. He was the embodiment of everything a Viltrumite was supposed to be: merciless, relentless, and utterly unstoppable. As he descended upon Earth, it was clear that this would not be just another mission for him. This was an opportunity for Conquest to indulge in his insatiable hunger for battle, to revel in the carnage, and to remind the universe why the Viltrumites were feared above all others.